We move ahead to 184 pounds where Kevin Steinhaus, number 5 ranked wrestler in the country, is going against former All-American Grant Gambrall for University of Iowa. Grant Gambrall was as high as a 3rd place finisher, but Steinhaus in on an underhook, comes around to put the leg in, roll through attempt by Gambrall, and the referee calls it off. I didn't see that. I thought that was much more of a referee. Coach Tom Brands wants to get a stoppage here. There will be no stoppage. It looked to me like Gambrall was clearly on the mat. And right up against that Minnesota corner, Steinhaus warding off another shot by Gambrall. Gambrall trying to work himself into this lineup. This would be a big win for him. He's been splitting time with Ethan Lofthouse. Grant Gambrall 3-4 on the season, but those 4 losses have been against quality opponents. Steinhaus really likes to work off the underhook tie. Will totally commit to a shot off that if he can get it off of that lead arm. Gambrall. Interesting meet, man. There's just how these two teams, 15-13 score, straight on double leg there by Gambrall. Steinhaus, a very controlled wrestler, pretty solid, old school rider in the top position, can get out pretty easily and tough to score on. Looks to me like he's wrestling a little high, and Gambrall can be dangerous. He'll take straight on shots basically to try to get around, lock around the waist, and just good job of just staying in matches. 1 minute left, first period. You know, that's a sequence where even if you call a takedown in that first period, you probably open up the match and make these guys go at it a little bit more. It becomes much more exciting. You know, it's just like, can we get the match to open up, and early points tend to do that. As a result, these guys are going into what looks like a 0-0 second period, change the complexion of the match. Kevin Steinhaus, ranked number 5 in the country. Grant Gambrall, University of Iowa. Gophers chasing University of Iowa, tried to turn around a 16-15 match that was all no bonus points, went 5-5. It was settled by match points. That won't be the case this time around, or it could be because there's been a fall by each team. But Gophers really counting on one of their leaders, Kevin Steinhaus, to hold serve. Nice stand up there by Steinhaus. Going to fight the grip. Gambrall didn't follow that very well and get a quick escape. Only 3 seconds of riding time for Gambrall. Now he's working off the underhook. He likes that, be in this position. Doesn't quite like having the head position that he has. And now he's going to go the other direction. Gambrall doing a pretty good job of keeping his head in the right spot. That comfort zone right there. They're now a front headlock position. Not a lot of real estate to work with. .120 left. Second period. Gambrall looks pretty good. He's moving pretty well out there. He's been able to be in the tie that he wants to be in and kept Steinhaus out of his strength. Oh, nice little single leg attempt. Not able to quite. He's got a slight corner. but hasn't been able to keep his movement going. He kept his shoelaces flat there, wasn't able to go ahead and continue to get the angle. Now it's advantage Steinhaus. He's going to work on that grip. See his left arm peeling that grip. Once he gets it, he's got to keep turning and popping. He let him get it locked back up again. He's going to improve his position. Takedown right at the end. Well, about 38 seconds left in the second period. Steinhaus, a very good rider. Would be surprised to see him let it go. Yep, he tried to improve his position. He wants to stay in this top position to end the period. Gophers trying to win. Close out the deal here, winning the last 3 matches. Nice follow by Kevin Steinhaus. Boy, how important is it that big win by Nick Dardanes when it looked earlier in the meet, when it looked like Iowa was on a roll. They certainly were in the first 2 matches. McDonough and Ramos. Ramos getting the fall. They weathered the storm that Iowa was going to put to them, and then were able to get the meat of their lineup, their murderer's row, so to speak. In good position there with Storley getting a win, holding serve against Evans. Now Kevin Steinhaus with a 3-0 lead at 184 pounds. Gophers win here. They take the lead in the match. 2 matches left. And of course, the Gophers have their returning national champion back at heavyweight, Tony Nelson. Riding time just crossed over 105, 106, counting. Well, just a lot of good, tough, old school riding there by Kevin Steinhaus. Inside wrist ride, right? Right arm ready to cover in the crotch. Got the near leg tied up, hips down, chest up. And maybe it doesn't look like he's doing that much, but you look at the weight where his opponent is here in Gambrall. He's had a hard time getting his forehead up off the mat and even his chest up off the mat. That's the type of weight that's being applied. The referee sees that and is going to go ahead and warn him for stalling. Inside wrist ride, again, Kevin Steinhaus really laying the pressure on. Bringing that near wrist up behind the back. Now he's got half Nelson applied on the far side there after the near arm was trapped. Good solid ride. I think the Gopher fans are going to be appreciative of this effort here by Kevin Steinhaus against All-American Grant Gambrall.